Hello, friends. I always have to prep the thing just right. Such exciting news, you guys. And I know it's not exciting for everybody. We're going to celebrate. It's exciting for me. Today is New Kids on the Block Day. Oh, la 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 tonight. Do 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 do. Or like step by step. Okay, I'll stop now. So one of the things that I've decided to do every morning, afternoon, and evening, thanks to a good friend of mine, is I'm actually having lemon water, hot water with lemon. Digestively, things are a little meh right now, which I'm sure some people understand. And I'm using my coffee mug. It says coffee, but today is all about lemon water and creating a nice neutral zone in which my digestive enzymes can live peacefully and happily in digestive slumber and state. So let's talk about one of my favorite topics of conversation in the last week, which is the fact that we kind of live in this little state of petrified fear of doing something called asking for what we want. Now, it's a pretty cool thing that we kind of believe the world can read our minds. And so we go through our days not understanding why our husbands or our wives can't figure out what we want, why our kids aren't doing the things that we would like them to do, and our business isn't growing in the way that we want our business to grow. And we wonder and we ponder and we think about these things. And as I say to my daughter sometimes when she comes home, I'm like, but did you ask your friends the answer to that question? Yay, I know, Melissa. I love that you are here live too. Right? So she'll say things like, oh, so-and-so doesn't like me because of this. I said, did you ask her if she didn't like you because of that? And she'll be like, no. And I'm like, so then how can you say that she doesn't like you because of that if you haven't asked her? Right? So you're creating an outcome that is not real based on the fact that you just are clearly. Now, my favorite part of this story is a story that really kind of anchored in the power of ask and how much has been on my mind. It was last Friday I was working with a client. Now, this client was out for an evening with some great people, and she was in the States, and she was hobnobbing with some people. There was a great guy there, and everybody was getting along, talking to about their partners and their how much they love their husbands and wives and this or that. And as they were leaving the restaurant, he was from a different city. He actually looked at my client and said, hey, do you want to go back to my hotel room? And she was like, in what way did I give him this idea that I would actually be that girl? Because I'm totally not that girl. And we kind of talked about the fact that, what made him think that that would be okay. But she said, but the one thing that I got from this conversation was the fact that he had nothing to lose, right? So why wouldn't he ask? So we talked about the fact that instead of looking at it as being an icky kind of what the hell kind of thing, was that there was an opportunity where he had said why wouldn't I ask in his mind? I know I'm not here to garner what's right and what's wrong, but it was about the fact that he in that moment in time had thought why not? I will never see this person again. There's nothing that, you know what I mean? She might say yes, she might say no, but there was no reason that he felt that so we thought maybe he was courageous for asking. So we got in a huge conversation about the fact that why do we sit in this place where we are afraid of just saying simply, hey, do you mind helping me with that? Or hey, is that okay? Or can I be on this? Or I can add value to that? Or let's collaborate? Or, honey, I need you to do this. Or honey, I need to do that. But yet we don't ask. So for me, personally, in my business, one of the things that I do is make sure that if I know that I can be serving somebody in a way that I can actually solve a problem with them, I am 100% going to ask if they want to take up an offer to work with me. Because I don't offer to work with every single person that I speak to, because if you can't solve a problem, don't ask to work with them. That's crazy. If you can't get them to the outcome, don't be silly. Don't ask, right? So you may have noticed last Friday that I even wrote truth. I'll take 1,000 no's to serve one yes. Because I was in a conversation with somebody and they clearly did not see the value of what it was that I could do with them. But I knew that if they worked with me, I could 100% solve the problem. So I asked, and she said, I knew this was going to happen. I knew that you were going to do this, and I think it's kind of icky and wrong. I said, well, I appreciate that you think that. Like, I 100% appreciate. Everybody has value. Like, your thoughts are yours, and I honor every single thought that everybody has because it has meaning to them. But I said to her, I said, but if I got off the phone, I would feel 10 times worse if I got off the phone knowing that I could have helped solve this problem and I didn't offer to help you. Right? So by asking, hey, do you want to join my program? Do you want assistance in finding this outcome? I know that I am standing in integrity of my belief system and what I do, as opposed to going like, I'm scared that this person might say no to me and I'm not going to ask them to work with me, and hanging up the phone and going like, man, I totally could have helped them with this. I have done that once since I started this programming, since I started stepping into my stardust and offering to be in a state and service to the world. One time was all it took for me to hang up the phone and feel nauseous, like legit. I went for a walk afterwards with my husband and I was like, I cannot believe that I didn't ask to work with this person. And that was the last and only time that I didn't ask, right? So if you follow Gary Vaynerchuk, which I adore, I think he's fantastic. He will often say, if you want something from another company, a person, a collaboration, an event, why not pick up the phone and say like, hey, he usually does it. I don't have fun. Hey, this is Gary V calling. So I noticed that this is happening in your business and that and this and that, and I can help you solve this problem by doing X, Y, Z. This could be a really great relationship, blah, 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 blah. If you can, give me a call, yada, yada. Why are we afraid of the ask? I would love to hear your opinion on this. Throw it down below. Do you have any questions about the ask? Like, why do we even expect the people in our general vicinity, family, life, friends to know what it is that we think we want or need without asking? Anybody? Anybody? What holds us back or holds you back? Because I honestly would love to start a conversation about this, because I see it every day and I hear it every day, and I want to like just totally wipe this clear. We are in a world now where we are like at a place where technology is at our fingertips and we have access to being able to come in contact with people all over the world. Like, in all honesty, even who else was I reading? Tim Ferriss, I think, talks about the fact like it takes absolutely nothing in our day to send out an email to somebody. You get to stay hidden. It's not like you're on video, but yet we still are petrified of sending out some like information about ourselves or how we can serve somebody or offer to help or anything. Like, we sit in this little like, I can't do it. So let's do a big ask this week. Let me know your big ask. Whether you private message me because you're afraid to put it up on this feed, but who or what are you going to ask for this week that makes your tummy go into a knot of fear? I will tell you mine, because I haven't owned up to it yet. Anyone guess what it is? I am going to ask Drew Barrymore if she would like to read my book. I've looked up how to speak to her. I haven't really found a way yet. But I am committed, and you're hearing my words here. By the time Tea with Tamara happens next Wednesday, I will have asked Drew Barrymore to read my book and be my friend forever. BFFs. Drew Barrymore, somebody could like forward this to her. That'd be great. I'd be open to that. I'm asking you guys, if you know Drew Barrymore, throw this over. So, again, let me know your thoughts about the ask, any fears or anything that's holding you back. Let's start a conversation, because guys, it's just words, and no's are just as magical as yeses. So ask, let me know about that, and then let me know what your number one big ask of the week is going to be. Something that makes your tummy go, whoop. That scares me, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's really good for myself, my business, my life. Why Drew Barrymore? Just curious. I love that, Tony, is because when I was thinking about a foreword for my book, because it's not something that most people talk about, is having a child with mental illness, and I was thinking about it, and then legitimately, just like when my angels came to me and they were like, write a book, and so I wrote the book. I found someone to write the book with, and then like Drew Barrymore literally started coming up. Like I'd wake up, throw my feet on the ground, it was Drew Barrymore. Everywhere I looked, it was Drew Barrymore. Even on Sunday night, I came home and Ever After was on TV. Every single day, in every single way, Drew Barrymore is showing up in my life. And so I am just going to honor the fact that I feel like this is a connection that I'm being guided to make. So that's why Drew Barrymore. I believe in her belief systems in making the world a better place. Like I just like her as a human being. I think that we would make really cute friends. Yeah. Again, if you know her, please don't be shy. Pass along. So yeah, fears, non-fears, thoughts about asking, and big ask. I won them all. I want to hear what you guys are doing. Like, life is so short. It's so short. Why not ask people? Why not? Why can't I be friends with Drew Barrymore? Why doesn't she want to read my book? Why would I even make that a possibility when the alternate is right there in front of me saying she totally wants to read this book and she wants to be a campaigner with me on a mission because she grew up in a family where she suffered from mental illness. So it's a little bit different, but it's the same idea. So I'm open to this. And I love you guys. And it's really hard not to sing New Kids on the Block again. Because that's where I'm going to be. In Boys to Men. And Paula Abdul. So I'm going to go become a 13-year-old girl all over again today. Because why not? Life is too short not to have a freaking shit ton of fun. And I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And I cannot wait to hear what you guys are doing this week. So big ask, big ask, big ask. Sounds like I'm saying big ass, but I'm saying big ask. Love you. Have a magical, magical, magical Wednesday. Oh, I can't do it off my computer.